Alright, welcome to day 57 of our journey to Platinum here in Elden Ring. In this series, our goal is to go through the environment to an obsessively extensive length, and work to be basically the most extensive environmental playthrough of this game that you could ever imagine and possibly see, down to the very last piece of crafting material, the last flower, the last row of fruit in the environment. That is our goal here. So, because of that, we're going super tedious, and we're continuing that along here today. So yesterday, we went through and we went up sort of this right side of the path, which leads up to the 4 belfries. We went up there, took one of the 4 belfries, which led over to where the... wait, that's the wrong one. Chapel of Anticipation is over here. I forgot you don't get a grace for it. So we went over to the Chapel of Anticipation, killed the Grafted Scion. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go along this lower portion here as well as this part of the path, because we basically just went up here along to the belfries. So we're going to kind of wrap this area up today, and then we'll work on heading further north over to where the Carrion Manor is at. So I'm hoping that we can make it up to Carrion Manor today. We're getting pretty close. So that would be my goal, to get over there today and then potentially wrap up Carrion Manor tomorrow, because it's not a super extensive area. I think I'm trying to remember what all is in there. I don't think there's definitely not all that much. It's a pretty small spot. It definitely is one of the larger-ish dungeons, or I'd say it's maybe a medium-sized dungeon, because you've got things like caves and catacombs, which would be small dungeons, but then something like the Carrion Manor would be a medium, middle-of-the-road sized dungeon, and then you'd get to larger stuff like Stormvale and things like that. So what's going on with the music? What sees me right now? I don't know what sees me that is causing that. Something's pissed off, though, clearly, because the music is telling me so. So I'm going to check along this side of the path, right up to where this little camp is at, and then we'll turn around, go down the other side of the path, and make our way back up towards the belfries, just on the other portion that I didn't actually look at. Because, like I said, we went the right side of the path yesterday, and now we got to do the left side along all of this. So the left side down here, and the left side up the hill. So we're gonna make that happen, and so that, like I said over there, I'm pretty positive is Carrion. I'm just having, until we get up there, I'll probably continue to have a little bit of a hard time gauging exactly what we're looking at. And oh, that's what it is. Those guys were probably seeing me from up there. That's got to be what it is. Okay, I'm just going to kind of sprint around here. I don't want to run up there and deal with them yet. Like I said, I want to do all this stuff down here first. So I'm just going to pretend like they don't exist. I do hear a foot soldier, though. What's up, my friend? How's it going? I'm just going to beat the crap out of you. So I'm recording this. Whether you're watching this, who knows when you could be watching this. It's the beauty of YouTube. You could be watching this literally anytime. But I'm recording this on the 4th of July, and it's super late right now. It's close to midnight. So everything's pretty much settled down for the most part, but every now and then some fireworks are still going off. And so Charles, just like yesterday's episode, may flip out here and there from hearing the fireworks. He's doing a lot better, though. So today, because it was actually the 4th of July... he heard a lot of fireworks, and we were even out walking during some of it and all that. So he and my mom's dog are both about the same age. Charles is about 11 months old. Linus is just, I think Linus is maybe 9 months. So they're pretty close in age. So they're both still getting used to things like fireworks. They've never really experienced fireworks before, or super loud noises or anything like that. So they're working through that. They're getting used to it, and they did really well today. At first, as things started going off in the early evening, there was a little bit of timidness from them, a little bit of nervousness, and specifically, like, we had some fireworks that we had bought just from like one of those fireworks tents in a parking lot, so a phantom fireworks type of thing, and at first when we started shooting those off, they got pretty nervous. They both started kind of jumping around, and Charles jumped up in my lap, Linus jumped up in my mom's lap, or really Linus hid under her chair, So poor things, both of them were pretty freaked out. But little by little, they got used to it. And then, like I said, we were even out walking. And they were pretty chill the whole time. So it was great. I was very proud of both of them. And, okay, wait, so everything down here, so I made it all the way up to where the camp is, all this over here is done. So, like I said, we did the right side of things yesterday. I think, though, we did the left side up to maybe here. But I might just go through, as we go up, I'll just pick up the materials along this left side again, just in case, because who knows? Who knows if something was missed. But for the most part, it's the stuff further up, because, like I said, some of... kind of where the fork in the road happens, I think, is where I started just going towards the right and decided that we'd handle the left later. Whoop! Almost falling down. Thank goodness for Torrent and his springy feet. Springy feet. And so then up here we've got the glintstone trolls. I don't remember if that's what they're called. There's kind of a couple different versions of what I would maybe call the glintstone trolls. We've got the one that spawned kind of over on the eastern side of Liurnia, right near where those woods are, the woods that ultimately lead you down to, I guess that would be the gate front town. So there's the blue ones that spawned over there, but then there's also these. So I don't know if these are both technically like glintstone trolls or if they're more like carrion trolls or something. I'm not totally sure. Regardless, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna have to fight through some of these as we progress. And like I said, we're just gonna keep sticking on this left side of the path. So we got, where's that guy? So he's over there. Let's go deal with this guy first. And this guy I learned yesterday as we were fighting him, the fact that some of his hits really hurt. So I've got to be a bit cautious, a lot more cautious than I was yesterday for sure. The stomps aren't bad, you can kind of just tank those, but that one hit where he raises it above his head and then just slams it down in front of him, that hurts a heck of a lot. So you don't want to let that hit you. I learned the hard way for sure. So where else does this split? So this also splits here. So I didn't go along this portion. So let's go up to here real fast. And just kind of check where it totally, not really splits. It doesn't split up here, but it does. There's kind of this corner here. Yeah, so right here is where I started just going on the right side. Did this guy just spawn? You know what? I'm going to kill him just because he's right here and he sees me. So get him out of the way so I don't have any issues with him. Plus, then I get the runes from him. Ooh, that was kind of close. This one, that's the one that hurts like crazy. That one took like all my health yesterday, I think, was the one. Oh, okay, so you know how there have been times throughout this playthrough where I've talked about the rune bears and how I don't really know the lore surrounding them, and I think that the little bears, I'm sure there's probably some sort of lore surrounding them, but the little bears I feel like are basically just, it's just bears. Like there's not much more to them than that. But there very well may be. But when it comes to the huge bears that have the rune symbol on their chest, we fought them a lot of different times throughout the playthrough. One was in that one cave. It's an actual boss. It's kind of like a mini boss type of thing. And then you've got the rune bears just out in the environment. There's some in Limgrave, specifically inside of the Mistwood. There's some poop here. Let me pick. Can I get that? Is that the? Oh, I think I already picked that one up. So inside the Mistwood, you've got them. So I was talking at one point many episodes ago about how I didn't really know the lore surrounding them, but I happened to be scrolling through YouTube Shorts yesterday, I believe, and just a short clip from Vati came up. And he was talking about the rune bears and some of his theories surrounding what their lore is and what their origins are. And it was really interesting because he was saying that, and I'm trying to remember what all the evidence was that he gave. Go check it out and watch it for yourself. I always recommend Vati Vidya's video. his videos. Vati Vidyas, because he has some real good information on FromSoft games. But kind of what he was saying was that his theory is that rune bears may actually be essentially turning into dragons. And he was saying one of the things is because you've got like the gravelstone stuff that you find in... wait a second, where's this path here? So I need to be... yeah, do all this stuff along the left. Let's actually... well, you know what? To just keep it simple, let me go up here and do the stuff at the top of the path first. So he was just saying that you can see like little pieces of stone popping out of the chests of the rune bears. So he was saying that almost kind of seems like that would mean that they have like gravelstone hearts, similar to what the dragons do. And he gave multiple other pieces of information. I don't remember all of what he said. That's why he's the lore expert and I'm not. But that was super interesting. That kind of gave me some more insight into what the heck the rune bears have to do with anything, and how they're part of the world and things like that. So I don't know. I thought that was interesting because who knows if that's actually the case, but it's always cool seeing theories like that relating to certain enemies throughout FromSoft games and how maybe they tie into the world, because they always do somehow. It's very rare that there's just an enemy or a creature that has no point and they're just there to be there. Usually FromSoft has some sort of reason surrounding their existence, which is why I have a feeling that there's probably some sort of reason surrounding why the little bears are throughout the game. But some of me just kind of thinks that maybe it's just a bear. It very well could be, but I feel like FromSoft probably has even a reason for just a regular bear in their games. So wait, so this is kind of underneath this overhang here. And this overhang actually leads down towards the camp. Oh, there's a lot of things going on here. So let's take care of some business real fast before I continue along here, because all these guys are just going to see me and it's going to become chaos. Can you not? Can you not? Please? I hear another dog, I think. Do I? Or do I just hear this guy? Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot! Oh, man! I'm going to drink that real fast. And we got this knight, Mr. Knight, going on over here. So then was there a little section that led behind, or does this just hit a wall? Oh, there is like a little section up here. Oh, and then it drops down. I gotcha. So it drops back down to where they're at. And it's just super, super dark back here, which is why I couldn't tell what was here. Okay, so then all of this stuff is done. And let's come back for these guys, I think. Let's go along. So now I need to go along this side of the path, because we went up to everything up here along, sort of along the cliff. So let's check all this. Wasn't there another... I could have sworn there was another big guy in here somewhere. But I don't know what happened to him. Does he patrol way down? Or did he just disappear somewhere? Because this basically... doesn't this... yeah, this takes us like back down the hill. So it's really just this upper portion here that I wanted to check through, kind of towards the edge on this side of the path is what I wanted to look through for materials and make sure that we didn't miss anything. Just crafting materials wise, and who knows, you never know when there could be just another random item. Oh, there's the guy. He walked out into the woods or something. He's a patrolling friend. He patrols for everyone. But yeah, let's just check through this section of woods. I just want to see, yeah, see there's some root resin here. Ooh, and some, that's why I check everything. Look at all that stuff. Could have totally missed that. And that's the nice thing about, I've said that before, it's the nice thing about the woods is it's like, even though I've got ample amounts of a lot of materials, in the woods, you've kind of got the benefit of when you check all underneath the trees, you might get root resin and excrement and stuff. Can you stop moving around like that, please? Like, stop going all smoky. Causing me problems. Hitting his ball sack. I think that's his stomach, but it kind of looks like his sack. And nice, I got my flask back. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Alright, so just a little bit left here, and then we'll head into the camp. And we've got this upper portion that we just walked into a second ago that's got the chests. So we'll do that upper portion first, and then we'll head into... There must have been an excrement right there that I already picked up. And then we'll head into the lower portion. And let me... I'm going to put my starlight on real fast, because I can't see much in some of this. Oh, yeah, so also speaking of 4th of July... so today, like I said, we were, like, Charles and I, as well as my family and their dog, we were out walking around, during the fireworks, and so both dogs were, they were getting a lot better and everything, getting used to the sound, so this is technically only the second 4th of July that I've lived in this house. I moved into this house last year around like beginning of June. I think it was June 10th of last year. So I was in this house last year during the 4th of July, but 1 year isn't always enough to really gauge like what a neighborhood is like during a certain time of year or during a certain holiday or whatever. So last year I found out there's a park, or I knew that the park was right near here. It's just a big town park, and they do a whole fireworks show. So we were super excited about that. I thought that would be cool. I had my family over to come watch it. But is this that's that lower portion, right? Or does it, or wait, that probably touches the upper portion. They both probably meet together there. But I say all that to say, like, I knew that there was a fireworks show, like an actual show right near here. But I ended up finding out my neighborhood goes crazy for the 4th of July. This was the first time that like last year, it wasn't quite as intense, but everyone around here had so many fireworks they were shooting off in their yards and in the road in front of their houses and stuff. And someone a few doors down from me, they straight up had, like, it had to have been thousands of dollars worth of fireworks. Like, big fireworks. So it was super cool. Like, it was a lot of fun hearing it just coming from every direction inside my neighborhood. So I thought it was a lot of fun. It was cool seeing my neighborhood sort of come alive like that. Okay, wait, so we've got this way down. Let's go through this side, since I haven't walked through here yet. We got some Roa fruit there, and then this should lead down. Yeah, so like I said, with the way that the path is showing things, it looks like this upper portion leads down into the lower portion, like just a slope. So I think they're directly connected, and I won't necessarily have to do any sort of drop. And then this is down to where I was earlier. That's that lower portion down near where the Grace was. So that's done. And then there's also, I hear a pumpkin head. Right here. They make that weird noise. You know what? Now that I think about it, I guess that noise that the pumpkin heads make is because they must have like an actual head inside of there. And so that noise is like the echoey sound of them like grunting and coughing inside of their dome head. I would imagine. I guess I've never really thought about that before, unless I have and I just forgot. Sometimes I forget about the things I think about. Hello there. I think... Is there anyone else that's going to see me if I go take him out real fast? Ooh, let me actually pull this out. Ooh, that does half. Very nice. Oh, I should have tried to get another hit on him. Dang it. Oop, whoop. Crap. Gotcha. Easy peasy. Not a problem. Can I drink this before he dies? I don't think you actually... Well, maybe you don't get one back from him. I was going to see if I could game the system a little bit. Did I kill... Yeah, I think I killed... Yeah, I killed the jellyfish again that were right there around that wagon, the broken down wagon over there. Yeah, so then this slopes down into the camp. Ooh. And now would probably be the opportune time to go up and take care of the upper portion before going past this wall, since they're up there now shooting glintstone at me. It's this guy. It's this jerk. One-hit kill. For a one-hit kill, you sure do fling a lot of stuff through the air. A little bit cocky, if you ask me. Oh, he's enchanting his weapon, but I made quick work of that. Thanks so much. Get 406 for him. Don't you throw that. Frick. Not even gonna hit me anyway. I should start using those more. I have, like, the Cuckoo Glintstone in my inventory. And I'm pretty sure, can't I might actually be able to even craft it now that I think about it. But I never really use it. Trina's Lily, thanks so much for that. And then, wait, so this... Okay, so this section is what... I don't know what's over here. I can't really tell on the map. I know that this is where those ruins are. I don't know if there's something here, too. I'm not sure. I can't totally tell, and I don't remember either. So I guess we will see very, very shortly here what's over there. Because I can't really see past this tree. Alright, but what's in all these corners? Anything? I think that... Okay, that right there, that's that drop down that I was just talking about a couple minutes ago. That leads up to that really dark corner. And then I think I've killed everything right here. I think we are good. I'm hoping that that's Charles that I'm hearing right now, playing with a toy downstairs. It's got to be. So, I don't know if you guys have ever watched. I'm sure you have. Seen the stories and the videos and stuff. Some of them are obviously just written for entertainment. But then others, I'm sure... I know some of them are true because it's happened before. But things like Mr. Nightmare... And there's like a Nighttime Spooks channel and stuff like that. And you've got the stories about people moving into houses and not knowing that someone is living in the house. And just living there for a long period of time and then eventually like noticing random things going missing and things like that. Ever since I moved into this house, that's always been a slight fear of mine since I live alone. And, ooh, a Smithing Stone 4. What is this one? What do you got for me? Albinarch. Ooh, 6 Albinarch Blood Clots. Thanks so much. I don't even know what exactly I can do with those, but it's still nice to have. But yeah, so that's always freaked me out a little bit whenever I hear certain noises in my house. And so right now I'm hearing a noise, and I think it's just Charles playing with one of his toys downstairs. But that type of thing, like, freaks me out, because it's like, imagine that. The thing is, though, at the same time, even though it freaks me out, I don't know why, overall, I'm never overly concerned, because when I hear it, I don't get up and go do anything about it, usually. Like, unless it's super obvious that it's like, okay, that didn't sound right, then a lot of times, maybe I'll get up and, I'm not a fan of guns, so I basically just have a machete that I keep next to the bed in a drawer, just in case I ever have to defend Charles and I. So sometimes I'll just go grab the machete and go check through the house, make sure that whatever the noise was nothing. But usually I don't even really think too much about it. So it doesn't freak me out that much, but it's just enough to where every now and then I think about it and I'm like, that would be scary if this last year that I've been living here, someone else also has been. Okay, so this drops down, and then this is this upper portion. Okay, so it looks like there's more chests down here that these guys are guarding. And there's also some puppies. These guys with the glintstone staffs. Oh, shoot. You are much stronger than the guys with the glintstone staffs, huh? Dang it, they're freaking... Oh my goodness, they're freaking shields. This guy doesn't have a shield, though, so you're gonna be quick work. But the guys with the shields, my goodness. Drive me nuts. Runarch times uno. And then, let's go check this out real fast. Was there something? I think another one of those maybe was carrying an item. Looked like I got a prompt. Cuckoo Glint. Ooh, 10 Cuckoo Glintstone. Very nice. Very nice. Was one of them... Why did it give me, like, a prompt? Like, I could... Oh, maybe it was just for that Roa. Okay. So then this leads out to the other side here. There's also a glowing skull. I will take that quickly. So then, yeah, this leads out to the front. This is where I already came to. I explored all along the front here. So let's check kind of all the surrounding stuff and make sure that there is nothing that I could possibly grab. So throughout this playthrough, over the last 50, 56, 57 days, as I've been playing through the game again, it's sort of morphed, obviously, and if you've been watching all the way through, you'll know that some things have sort of morphed little by little with with the way that I've approached the playthrough. Because a huge part of this still, like one of the biggest goals, is to platinum the game. We're gonna platinum the game and work to get every single ending and things like that. But as I've gone through, it went from just platinum to actually trying to do like the super thorough environmental playstyle, where we just check absolutely every bush and all that. And once I started that, I was like, all right, like we're gonna stick with that. We're gonna try to literally find everything, and that's kind of what we've continued with. And boy, oh boy, does it get tedious sometimes when we're going through an area like this, like a little camp like this, trying to go through each tent and break everything just to see if there's any items hiding, because sometimes there is, and so it makes for a lengthy process at times. But I'm thinking, looks like there's not really anything else in this camp. I think we're pretty much set to go. Was that? Oh, I was just seeing light reflecting. I was thinking maybe it was an item. Okay, sweet. So camp is done. Move on out to all this stuff. So let's see. So I think isn't this lower. I think part of this lower portion of land that's touching the water I haven't explored yet. So we're gonna have to do that too. Part of it I have already explored. So I guess we'll just have to sort of check and see which things I have and which things I haven't, which will be totally fine. And then let's see. So this is a really cool view right here. Sort of seeing some of the upper areas that we're headed to. It's going to be pretty cool getting up there, because that's very much stuff that I have not gone to in a long time. Because of the fact that I did play through 1 on my own, and then I kind of did like a partial playthrough on my own, so replayed through part of the beginning of the game. But then now this time we've made it farther than I did in my second partial playthrough. So because of that, we're hitting stuff that I haven't been to in forever. So it's making it a lot of... I mean, the whole playthrough's been fun, but it's making it a lot of fun because of all this stuff that I've forgotten. Makes it very exciting, very exciting. Kind of fresh and new, you know? And I saw a guy on horseback just now. I don't know if those are... Where did he go? Oh, there's a whole, like caravan here. I totally forgot that there was one of these here. Is this one of just like the cell swords? Oh no, this is one of the knights. Oh, and he's got the glintstone stuff. Ha, killed your horse. How do you feel about them apples? Gotcha. Yeah, I feel so over leveled. It's not even funny. So the caravan, we'll go down and deal with that in a second. I don't know if they come up here or do they go along the shore. I guess we'll see. I don't know which way they go, but I would imagine that those trolls somewhere on those wagons that they're pulling, or the wagon. I think it's usually 2 of them pulling 1 wagon. There should be some sort of item, so I'm curious to see what item they've got on the back of that wagon. I totally forgot there was a caravan here, so that's what I'm talking about just not even remembering certain aspects of the game. Okay, so I think all around this stuff we're good. I think I've picked up everything I could ever imagine picking up here. Is there anything else? So this is just some rocks. Let me go through the woods on this side real fast, I guess. Let's run back up towards where the camp is. Because then we've got the path here, so we've gone down this side of the path. What did I just walk over, though, that I could pick up? I walked over something. What do you got? Alright, it's probably not important. Probably Roa that I just wasn't seeing. So let's go along this side of the path now. Kind of into these woods. I did see... Yeah, there is an item right over there. We'll go grab that in just a second. See what we got. I'm still thinking about... I think that just 4th of July stuff is on my brain right now. Because something else that I was just thinking about is... so my grandmother, she lives in the Smoky Mountains with her husband, and so in the Smoky Mountains, like they moved there, I don't know, not really important, 6 years ago, something like that. So Smoky Mountains, for those of you that don't know, are in Tennessee. So we've gone to visit them multiple times, and they live near Pigeon Forge. So there's some cool tourist attractions and stuff there, like a lot of fun stuff to do in the area. So one year we were there with, it was like me and my family along with, wait, what is this? Smoldering Butterfly times uno. So it was me and my family, like my parents and my siblings. We also had some cousins there and aunts and uncles, things like that. And so it was around the 4th of July, and in Tennessee, fireworks are legal. And as I was talking about yesterday, in New York, it's like they're not legal, so you basically have to buy them and then bring them in. Like certain ones are legal here, but it's just like, I don't know, it's annoying. But in Tennessee, it's kind of like whatever. So we were able to buy a bunch of like real big fireworks there, that one year. And since we were in the mountains, it was like the perfect place to fire them off. Of course, like not too close to the trees or anything, because the mountains can be a terrible place to fire them off, because you end up with forest fires if you're not careful. But it was not really a dry year, so we weren't really at risk of that. So we didn't realize, or specifically my dad, because I think he was the one that bought them. He didn't realize that like we had bought full-on fireworks that go way up in the air, like the type that you'd see at an actual fireworks show. So I guess he hadn't realized that they were that big. And so I think he lit the first one and kind of just did like a casual walk away from it, just like, oh, it'll be fine, it'll start going off. If it's loud, I'll move a little faster. But he fires this first one off, and it's like those huge ones that fly up into the sky, and you get like a huge starburst effect. And we were kind of talking about that tonight as we were firing off just these little Peasley ones that we had. And I remember that being a really fun experience because of the fact that it's like already it's a lot of fun shooting off your own fireworks that are that size, but when you don't know that that's what you're about to shoot, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, it'll catch you by surprise. It'll freak you out, and it just sort of like it's an adrenaline rush. And I remember something that I didn't actually remember until tonight is there was a second year. Like, I remembered this happening, but I didn't realize it was a totally different year. But my dad said, and I don't totally believe him, I feel like it was the same year. I usually just don't argue, though. I'm pretty sure it was a different year, but it doesn't really matter. So he was saying that and Dad, if you're watching this, I love you, I'm just kidding. But he was saying that on like a different year, same year, whatever it was. Look at this guy praying way out here. Whoa, what is... Oh, these guys spawning. You got Smithing Stone 3s and this is a lot of guys. Holy crap. And this could be very bad, actually. I need to be careful here and try to strafe away from their Wraith magic. Alright, maybe I think I killed most of them already. Yeah, look at that. Pretty easy work. And there's this guy trying to get in the fray. So, whether it was the same year or not, we also had super huge fireworks, and one of them like backfired or something, I guess, as my dad was lighting it, and I don't know if he slipped or if he just felt like he wasn't going to be able to get away, so whatever it was, he ended up just like hitting the ground right near where it was going off, and it was one of the big ones again, so it was just absolutely like this thing was going. Huge explosions happening. He's basically sitting like right next to it as it's going off. I see like the sparks flying all around him, and he's just got his head down in the grass protecting his face and everything. That's the memory that I really remember, because it was kind of freaky. It was like I was worried for him, but at the same time I was kind of just laughing at him because it was pretty funny. I wouldn't have been laughing if I thought that he was in any danger, but I knew he was going to end up being fine. But that was pretty funny when it just like whatever it was, again, whether it was that it backfired or that it was he tripped, it's just that added a lot of comedy to that moment for me. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I seem to remember my uncle laughing pretty hysterically at it too. Oh, this guy's he's just standing here. Oh crap! Dang it! I didn't realize that I had pulled that out. I put my katana away. Can you stop, little guy with your tiny little dagger. Okay, so there's a drop down here. Can I, if I do this drop down, I can probably get back up here. I just want to check and see. Looks like it's just, oh yeah, I can get back up. Looks like it's just herba. And the next drop down, this leads to the lower portion. That's stuff that I was saying we also got to go check out, but I'm not going to do that right this second, I don't think. Let's see. So then let's take this way back up here. So all these trees along the cliff there I've done. A lot of this is sort of just open area. Those are not glowing skulls. I keep thinking that they are. They are indeed not. So yeah, that's stuff that we'll go do in a little bit. I'm heading kind of down towards where this caravan is at because I want to... Oh, I just got bleed on that guy. Because I want to go check out what items they've got. And then we've got to go to this other side of the path too. So maybe we'll get towards the bottom here, check out the caravan, and then we can move up the other side of the path and check for materials and stuff. Check through the environment and make sure I didn't miss anything. I probably didn't. I feel like a lot of times in these areas, you sort of just end up having some open stuff, even when it's not open like over there where there's like rock structures and stuff. Usually there's not much, but still got to check it. Still all part of the thoroughness of a deep environmental playthrough. Look at all these guys. Holy crap. There are a lot of them hanging out around here. They are ready. They are ready for the ceremony. The ceremony of what? I don't know, but they are getting ready for it with their torches, and they are set to go. So I'm going to go break up the ceremony. Oh, and there's also a little camp of a couple of soldiers right there. Alright, so yeah, it looks like everything pretty much on this side of the path is A-OK 100% good to go. Nothing really that I care about. So let's just go smack the crap out of all of these guys. This is always so fun, just sort of running through these like crowds of guys. Oop, he's gonna... It's so much fun because you can basically just swing. Except when that happens, it's not so fun. That's not as fun. I'm gonna drink real fast before anything gets closer to me. Ooh, crap. I'm trying to get this guy first, get him out of the way. There you go, because then these little guys, not as big of a deal. The guys with the long torches, though, these guys can be a bit annoying. And I'm out of stamina. Yeah, and it's pretty much just all simple little guys now, and we'll come back and pick up all the items. Oh, there's this guy too, but you're also pretty simple when it's just you. You need an army behind you to be effective. Don't you with the torch! You jerk. Oh, and there's yeah, here these couple of soldiers have now seen, or at least one of the soldiers has seen me, I guess. What's up, friend? Totally missed me. Dang it. Dang it. I should drink this real fast. He's gonna try to poke me again. Can you stop with that, please? I'm also gonna heal real fast. Don't you poke me! Don't you poke! Yeah, that's weird. He kind of just walks up to you and doesn't poke. It's very bizarre to me. There you go. Dang it. Get rid of the shield. Stop it with the shield. There you go. I feel like you kind of just... I don't know if there's a better way to deal with that, because you can't really roll behind him necessarily. So I don't know what the best way to deal with those tower shields is. Guess I've never exactly figured that out. Regular Lucarian helm. Got a glowing skull here. Golden rune. Alright, let me pick up all this stuff that these guys dropped. Smoldering butterfly. They dropped a decent amount of stuff as I was going through and killing them. Or actually, now that I'm looking at it, maybe it's not. That's only like... Oh, well, okay, there's two there. So foot soldier, helmet, halberd, and bolt. And then I just noticed there's still a guy with a staff and like an old nobleman walking around here. What's up, nobleman? Nobleman Frank. His name's Frank. We hang out sometimes. What is... Okay, so this also connects to this lower portion. This is sort of where the lower... This, like, section of land that connects to the water that leads all the way backwards begins. So I think I made it to... I think I went to, like, right here in terms of the land that connects to the water. So we're going to have to go through all of this, which would be pretty quick. I wonder if there's a... Wouldn't be surprised if there's a cave or something along there. Maybe we'll do that shortly, but I still got some stuff on this part of the land to do first. Oh yeah, and we're almost up to where these ruins are at. We're getting close. So let's deal with these guys. These guys are... Oh, you know what? Actually, real fast, I'm gonna heal. I think that would be a smart move. Smart move. These guys, they don't really, like, they don't do too much considering the fact that they're still chained up, so it's pretty easy to just do this. Boom, and you still get 1320 from them, even though they barely do anything. They don't really drop anything either, though. Don't you stomp. Stomping is not for giants, or for trolls. I'm gonna drink real fast. Would you stop? You're stomping a heck of a lot more than your pal over there was. Dang it, what the... Freaking annoying. I got bleed, but I haven't gotten stagger. Whew, that was actually kind of close. I wasn't really paying attention to my health. Okay, let's do another quick heal, because that was not the smartest way I've ever handled that. Is this that's got to be the island that the dragon's on, right? Where I get the glintstone key? I think it is. Alright, let's check for an item on here. Fairly positive that there's going to be one on the back. Sure is. What you got for me? Chest. We've got a Carrion Knight's Sword. What does that do? It's probably just got glintstone capabilities. Oh, I can't even wield it. It needs intelligence, and I'm not that intelligent. Blue glintstone, weapon of knights sworn to Carrion royalty. These knights' swords could serve as catalysts, letting them wield sorcerous battle skills. Despite numbering fewer than 20, this power made them a match for even the champions of gold in battle. Cool. So, something that I was just thinking about is when I was talking, however long ago it was, quite a few episodes ago, or maybe I shouldn't say quite a few, maybe 10 or something, about how I did a little bit of research on some of the NPC's quest lines, because even though I've seen most of what happens with the quest lines in my first playthrough, because we're trying to go so thorough, I kind of did some research just to see, like, what could I potentially miss? And so where does this path actually sit? Is the path? Yeah, the path is right here. So let's do this side first. So some of the things that it said were how there's certain parts of the game you don't want to get to. Oh, hello. You don't want to get to without completing certain aspects of NPC quest lines. So I was just sitting here thinking, I was trying to remember if the Carrion Manor has anything to do with that. And the reason I bring that up is because I think that we should be okay. Crap. Dang it. There we go. I can get the chance to... Oh, dang it. Head popped out already? Oh, shoot. I almost died. So I think we should be okay going to the Carrion Manor. I probably should look that up again, but I'm pretty positive that you don't want to kill Rykard, and you don't want to get to the capital, and you don't want to kill Radahn. I think those are the three things. If you kill Rykard, Radahn, or get to the capital, I think those are the three things that progress quest lines, from what I can remember, and can cause you to miss things in, or not necessarily progress quest lines, but sometimes like lock you out of certain NPC quest lines. So I think those are the three things I need to make sure we don't, like, we've accomplished everything with certain NPCs before getting there. So I just need to keep that in mind as we're progressing along here, because we're getting kind of close to some of that stuff. We're not necessarily getting close to fighting Radahn because of the fact that I haven't even gone through really any of Caelid yet. So that's a ways off, but we're getting closer and closer to Rykard. But of course, I've still really, even that you could argue that I'm not that close, because we still got to wrap up Liurnia. We gotta go into Raya Lucaria. But in terms of the capital, that I would say you could say we're pretty close to. So I don't know. So those are just things to keep in mind as we're progressing here. That I'll have to go through and finish up some of those quest lines before really jumping into certain things. But I think for now we're okay. And I brought all that up because as I don't know why that just hit me all of a sudden. I was like, wait, I'm working towards getting to Carrion Manor right now. Is that going to be a problem? And I think it should be fine. So let's just cross our fingers that it is. Okay, so everything on this side all the way down to where this is good. So let's move back up to towards where that camp was at, because there's some stuff on this side of the path that I need to do quickly. Which again, there's probably not much on this side of the path, but still gotta check it. Still gotta check it. Ooh, and there is a glowing skull here. Thanks so much. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, see, I didn't even really check anything on the side of the path because there's even Roa sitting there. What a tragedy that would have been if I missed that. But we should be able to just zigzag about and sprint through all of this side of the path real fast. We've got these rocks over here, this sort of rock formation. I'll check around that. Of course, that spot there with the like campfire that the two soldiers were sitting at. I already dealt with them. And then I did notice that at the end of this path, so we've got the path that's running up through here right now. We did the other side of the path, now we're doing the left side of the path. And I guess the left or right depends on which way you're facing. But regardless, right now we're on the left side of the path in my estimation. And so I did notice that at the end of the path there is a grace, which I totally forgot there was a grace down there. Or just didn't realize that there was one. So we'll go, once we get to the end of this path, we'll be able to grab a grace. And then I think shortly after that is where those ruins are. Oh wait, and actually this part of the, maybe I did do this part of the path because I did, or this part of this side. Because maybe I did come all the way up to where this rock formation is. Because some of those bushes looked familiar. My memory's getting real good. I'm starting to memorize individual bushes. But on this side of the rock formation, we clearly didn't go. Because we got tarnished golden sunflowers and stuff. But yeah, the grace that's at the end of this path, I think very shortly after that is where we'll get to those ruins. And I think it looks like, just visually, like not with the map, it looks like, yeah, there's some woods just before the ruins, or maybe the ruins are inside the woods. I don't remember. So that's another thing that we'll see shortly. I'm always speculating before we get there. And it doesn't really help, because we're going to get there regardless, so what does it matter what I think as I speculate about it? Okay, so this is good. Right down here is where those couple of soldiers were sitting. So another glowing skull here. Don't mind if I do. Thanks so much. And the reason I continue to pick those up all the time and like go out of my way to grab them is because I always just figure, even just a couple hundred runes, like, I mean, it never hurts to have them. Because who knows when you're going to be just a couple hundred runes away, like after you finish a boss or something, just a couple hundred runes away from a level. And then you can just quickly pop one of those, the golden rune ones, and boom, you got a level. That's my argument for going out of your way to pick up the glowing skulls. And it just helps with, as I said early on in the series, I feel like it helps with not having to do as much grinding. Because if you're picking up a ton of glowing skulls, then you just have the option of leveling up just that little bit quicker. It gives you just a little bit of an edge. I think if I hadn't have been picking up all the glowing skulls throughout the playthrough as I'm thoroughly exploring the environment, I think I'd probably be 6 or 7 levels, well, really maybe even 10 levels lower with the amount that I picked up. Especially at the beginning of the game, because sometimes entire levels that I did were just from crushing glowing skulls. So I think it definitely helps you with avoiding at least a little aspect of grinding that could potentially arise in this game. Okay, so that's where that grace is. And then this was the path I was talking about. This is as far as I made it here, because this path leads down towards the water. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So we're in good shape. Some Roa here that I negligently overlooked. Picked that up promptly. Man, yeah, we're getting close to all this stuff over here. We're doing good. We are doing real good. Oh, wait a second. Is this Oh, wait. Is this the spot that... Wait, so I was here briefly, because this is the spot that's got the map. This is right? Or is this a separate thing? Because I feel like this is where this is definitely a map thing. So this is where I got the Liurnia West map. I don't know why I don't remember being at this spot. Because wouldn't I have grabbed... I feel like I would have grabbed the Grace that was right here. But this Grace has not been grabbed, so that's kind of weird. Usually, even if I'm, like, go through a transport gate, I'll grab the Grace that's sitting right there, because, like, why not? Why wouldn't you? So, Northern Liurnia Lakeshore. So, we've got this whole camp that we went through over here. We've got the Northern Liurnia Lakeshore, which leads up to where these ruins are. And this is what leads up to the manor. And then there's also this lower section here I didn't realize anything about. So I don't know what's down there. Okay, but let's do this. So I still can't level, so I'm not going to even bother resting quite yet. So let me see where these paths split off. So let's go... I think I want to do this lower portion down here. All the land that leads over to this. So let's do this. Let's just run down here, and we'll start from this side of the land that's touching the water, and work our way backwards real fast. There is part of me though that's thinking maybe I want to go fight the dragon and get the glintstone key, but at the same time maybe it's better to finish everything out here first before heading over to the dragon. So maybe that's what we'll do. So we'll start here and work our way along this this like shoreline basically that's going all along the northern lake shore, because that is what this one is, right? Northern Liurnia Lake Shore. Yeah, so we'll go sort of along this northwestern lake shore real fast, and it's pretty thin, so we should be able to fly through it, unless there's a cave somewhere here that I'm not remembering, which, like I said earlier, there very well could be a cave along this lake shore that I am just not recalling. I'm going to drink this real fast. It's another reason why I didn't really need to rest, because I'm doing good. Pretty much all of my flasks are here and readily available. So, you get out of here, you get out of here, you get a slap, and you get a slap, and you get cut, and you get cut. Throwing daggers. You know what? While I'm thinking about it, I should equip some throwing daggers. I've been talking about how I haven't used them actively in this playthrough. Let's use those. Those are a little better. I haven't used them actively in this playthrough, even though I love them, and I don't know, for whatever reason, I just haven't had them equipped in the build most of the playthrough. And I really should. I should be using them because they're super helpful and very convenient. The convenience of the throwing knives is top tier. This is just a little bush here, nothing special. This, in these darker sections underneath here, this is where I would expect maybe a cave to be. And I'm holding my breath, hoping. I'm not actually holding my breath, but I'm hoping that maybe there is a cave. It'd be super sweet if there was something that I don't remember underneath here. But this is a lot of times, I feel like, where caves and stuff are hidden, is in these dark corners. These dark corners of the world. You never know what may be there in a dark corner of the world, and that applies to real life too. You never know what's in those dark corners. I still don't recommend going into back alleyways or dangerous parts of town just to see, because just like you never know what sorts of good things could be there, you never know what sorts of bad things could be there too. So just be cautious, I would say. You know, sometimes the tangents that I go off on, it's easy for me to get to a spot where I just go, I'm not really sure what I'm talking about anymore. It's kind of like the Michael Scott thing, where he says, "What the heck is this?" Oh, it's grave sites or coffins, or crypts, however you want to look at it. So I remember him saying, he's like, you know, Sometimes I just start a sentence and I don't know how it's ending, and I just find it as I go. Something like that, and sometimes that's how I feel. Wait, so what else is... So we've got this spot with the coffins. What is spawning, though? Oh, there's wraiths all in here. Yeah, I hadn't really seen many wraiths recently until we started getting into these areas in this episode. And they're sending wraith bells at me. There's a lot of them right here. A whole bunch of them spawned all through here. What would this be called? Because it's not really... Excuse me. It's not necessarily a graveyard. It's almost more of a coffin yard. Or a crypt yard or something. So this crypt or coffin is done. That one's done. Got that. I know that this is partially in the water, but I figured I'd just grab all these real fast since I'm literally standing next to it. Hello. I hate the way that... Yeah, some of these are so difficult to pick up. Because of the way that they're positioned on it. I can't go through there? Seriously? Torrent, we're going to have to get you on a diet, pal. I don't know what to tell you, but if you can't squeeze through there, we'll get you on a diet or we're going to put you down. I'm just kidding. Torrent, I would never do that. Torrent, I would never do that. Okay, so we got... Ooh, Gold Rune 4 is what one of those were. Ooh, another Gold Rune 4. Sweet. So I'm in good shape with some gold runes. Got some good stuff there. So this was where... Is this essentially... It's weird that it shows so much land here on the map, where it's just this little sliver. It's a bit strange. Is this... Oh, that's just an overhang. Oh, yeah, and this is where I was saying... Or this was one of the spots I was saying that I would expect a cave. But it looks like... No banana. There's no cave. And I don't think... We killed everything in here, grabbed all the gold runes in here, so I think all that's good. And how much farther do we have? So basically just up to here. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that I explored everything from this side up to here, like this little hairpin. So we basically just need to go up to there, and then we can sort of go back to that grace that I just grabbed, and probably continue up towards Carrion, or towards where those ruins are, maybe. Well, I mean, either way, it's the same direction, but what I'm saying is we'll probably only make it into the ruins today. We probably won't actually make it to Carrion, I'm guessing. Carrion. I think I have a friend who's... Is that true? I think I have a friend who has an ex-girlfriend that's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, whose name is Carrion, but I don't remember... Yeah, I think it's Carrion. I don't think it was Marianne. I think it was Carrion. She's a little off the wall. Off her nutcracker. This is... Okay, this is a little wider section. Is there anything in here? Anything special? Any materials? Materials that I could pick up? Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know. Just like most of the thoughts that pop in my head, I'm not really sure where this thought came from, but... So... I think that one of the, if not the greatest movie that I've ever watched... Wait, is this more wraiths over here? Oh yeah, there are more wraiths over here. I don't even know if that's what they're called. I'm fairly positive it is, though, so I'm just going to go with that. Because I think it's... Oh, wait, no, actually, I think they... That thing that you get from that bell, I think it's a wraith calling bell. So they're calling wraiths, so maybe they're not wraiths themselves. But I don't know what they are then. So it's probably not important. But one of the, in my opinion, probably the greatest movie of all time is Interstellar. And I don't know if I've talked about that. I feel like I have at some point throughout this playthrough. I've talked about a lot of stuff just as we're going through and exploring. Because we kind of get down times when I'm just walking through the environment for a while, picking stuff up. But so I probably talked about it at some point before, but I think that Interstellar is just an absolutely phenomenal movie. And if you've never seen it before, I highly, highly recommend you see it. And I've got to actually check how soon this is, but very, very soon, sometime this summer. I feel like maybe it's the end of July. And again, you could be watching this anytime, so this could be years after this actually happens. But the summer of 2024. it's coming back to theaters for a while. Like, I think into IMAX. I think to maybe IMAX theaters. And I'm excited. I think that's going to be so cool because I've watched the movie multiple times just at home. I don't know. And you know, I think I have watched it since I got this TV that I'm playing on right now. This 66-inch glorious beauty, or 65-inch glorious beauty that I'm playing on right now. I've watched it on here and it was awesome. It looked great, but I would love to watch it in like an IMAX 3D type of setting. So that's gonna be super cool. So if you've never seen it before, this would be the time because it's super cool. And like I said, I don't know what made me think of that, but man, is it a cool movie. And I just think space in general is fascinating. I considered for a little while, like out of high school, being an astronomer, but then decided against it. Partially because I didn't want to go through all the schooling required for that. I could have handled it, but it just wasn't something that interested me enough. Okay, yeah, so this gets back to the stuff I've already been at, because yesterday we fought through all these lobsters. So yeah, this hairpin right here is where I've been to before. So real fast, even though this is out in the water, I want to go to this little waypoint here, kill these guys, and just, I imagine probably all that they're guarding is it's probably smithing stones, but still. Let's fly through it real fast. So yeah, these guys, they're using the Wraith calling bells, but what actually are they, is my question. Maybe they're Wraiths calling Wraiths, but that doesn't make a ton of sense. Yeah, 3 smithing stone 3s, very nice. See, Liurnia is such a massive area that at the beginning, I feel like you're getting a lot more smithing stone 2s, and then here towards the end, you get a lot of smithing stone 3s, because it's just such a massive place. So, let's see here. So I guess let's just fast travel back over here, because everything else along there is done. The one thing here that I don't think I did is this little square here between these two paths, because I went all the way up to this path, but I think this little square here I haven't done. So we're going to do that real fast. And pretty much everything on this side, though, up to the Grace should be all good. So this side up to the Grace is done, and then past the Grace we haven't gone. But then the stuff on the other side of the path in that little square I was just looking at on the map, that has not been completed. So let's go do that quickly. What is this? Just Roa, just some Roa, which I've got to be close to being full on Roa again. So where is the square? So this square is right here. So I'm gonna need to kill this guy again real fast. Can you not? Can you just not? Frack. My goodness. Okay, don't do it. Don't you do it. There we go. Oh, man, he came back out again. Are you serious? I'm gonna die. Frick. I'm just being greedy. I'm not being smart here. It's okay, though. We will recover. I'm right there at the Grace. So pick up my runes real fast. And I just want to, I want to kill both of these again, partially for the extra runes, but then partially just so they're not bothering me while I check this little square here that I passed over. See, this seems smarter, going at them head on, or like straight at their face is not very smart, at least when you're on Torrent. The only downside, though, to being on Torrent when you're fighting these is that then you gotta jump off when you stun them like that. And why is he not... Really? There we go. My goodness. I'm just spamming right bumper. Alright. Alright. So then this guy, what is that, like, blurbling sound that I hear? Sounds like water boiling or something. Or like something coming up out of the water from the sand. It was weird. Oh, you know, it may be these guys as they walk through or slither through the water. It could be. Alright, actually get this time. Why am I missing it? Why can't I get to the point? That doesn't make any sense. There we go. Oh, maybe I just didn't... That's probably what it was. I didn't have the stamina, maybe, to jab into his face like that. Could have been the problem. Cool, so we're to the point where you get an even 500 from killing those guys. So along here towards the shore, I checked this, but then like I said, some of this between, like inside these two pads, I didn't check. And we gotta be thorough. Thoroughness is key. In the Minecraft Let's Play series that I'm doing, I said that organization is the key to success in one of the episodes. But I'm gonna kind of take that back and say thoroughness. You know what? It can actually both can be true. Thoroughness is the key to success, and so is it must not be that important because now I'm losing my train of thought. Thoroughness is the key to success, and so is organization. So both are equally important. So use those two things. Buy my online course, actually. Buy my online course about thoroughness and organization, and you are guaranteed to make at least $7 within the next week. Promise. And if you buy my course for $127, you will make that profit back in just a short 12 weeks. So super, super lucrative. For you, it's super lucrative. You will make a lot of money back if you just buy that online course. We talk about thoroughness. We talk about organization. And everybody loves it. Great reviews. Huge reviews so far. It's been a big, big deal. Women fall for the men that do this course. I'm telling you that. Women love organization, and women love thoroughness. Just telling you right now, fellas. I don't know that that's true. But the online course sure will help you out. Okay, so this is what leads down to this lower section. So let's go into the ruins before going to this lower stuff. But where does the lower stuff technically begin? Like, it looks like there's a drop down. Oh yeah, okay. So all right. I gotcha. So this stuff, or actually, we'll go through and explore this more thoroughly in a little bit. But I do want to just run this real fast and see, is there a cave or something right here? Like, what is the point of this lower stuff? Oh, this is it's a way further. It takes way longer to run through that than I thought. I was thinking it looked like a kind of a small spot on the map, but it is not. So I'm not going to run through that right now. I guess we'll see what the point of this is when we actually go down here. But I really want to just head to the ruins right now and get that taken care of. So everything up here in the middle of these two paths is done. So now we can start being thorough through all of this. Quickly. Fly through all these bushes and stuff. So this spot up here, I've been mentioning this for, I feel like, quite a few episodes. I think for some reason I had noticed it on the map and I was trying to figure out exactly where it was. So then I started mentioning that we were getting close to like all this carrion stuff, like the carrion lore and stuff like that. So we're gonna go through here where we've got these ruins, and right on the other side of the ruins, I don't know why I can't remember his name, but he's another NPC. He's like he's one of the huge trolls, but he's a nice guy. Like, he's not trying to kill us like all the other trolls. And he's also a blacksmith, so it'll be interesting to talk to him again because I don't remember like any of his lore or his quest line or anything as far as I know. Oh, you know what? Something that I just remembered is there's that place so right near Fort Height in Limgrave. I think right there is where like the ground opens up into, I can't remember if that leads to Nokron or what, but I remember that we see Blythe there again. And there's that spot where the ground opens up, and actually, now that I think about it, I was going to say maybe that's already happened, because that's what I was getting at here. Because I remember maybe finding out information, Kingsrealm ruins, I remember finding information about that out from the blacksmith that we're about to encounter, but I don't think that can happen until you kill Radon. I think. Because of the fact that he's holding the stars in place, so you got to kill him first before like that huge meteor or whatever it is falls out of the sky and opens up that hole in the ground. So I don't know if I'm remembering how all that fits together exactly right, but I think that that's the case. But I know that this guy that we're coming up to, this blacksmith, I feel like he knows Blythe, if I'm remembering properly. So I guess we'll see when we get over there. But I'm kind of just going. There's this path that runs along the outside, like where we don't even have to go into the ruins yet. So I'm kind of going along all the stuff on the outside first. We'll check this out, make sure that there's nothing here, and then we'll head inside, like on the other side of this path, into the ruins. Oh, hi there. Wolves is. They're also one-hit kills. Boop them in the nose. It's all there is. Okay. You know, I heard someone say one time something about how it is with... They were saying something about with your dog, like you hit him on the nose and tell him bad. I know that... I don't know... Like, you know how you boop your dog? You just do, like, the boop on the nose. If people are actually, like, hitting their dog in the nose, that just seems really mean to me. I don't know what level of hit him on the nose this guy was talking about. And I think he was joking in general, but it just seems like if it's anything past a boop on your dog's nose, I don't know, that doesn't sit right with me. I would not do anything past like a light boop. Whoa, they are falling all over each other. I would not do anything past like a slight boop on Charles' nose because I don't want to hurt the little guy. Wait, okay, so this is what I was looking at on the map. So this is like a big area down here. I don't know what's down here though. I don't remember this at all. So this wraps us all the way around to the other side of these ruins. And then here's, oh yeah. So is there a way? So how do you open this up? I gotta figure, I don't remember how this works actually. What's the poison? What was that? Oh. Okay, would you stop, please? So I don't know if I can just hit it. Oh, you can. It's literally just an illusory wall. Okay. Simple enough. Oh, and there's a grace right here. Let's grab this real fast. Super duper fast. Yeah, I don't even remember what this guy's name is. And something still knows about me because I can't open my map apparently. So before talking to this guy, let's actually go through the ruins. And I want to go along the other side of the ruins real fast before I actually go into them, I think. It's just, you know, that's sort of my way of approaching these areas, going 100%. It always just feels like it's easiest if you go through all the outskirts first. So you kind of circle it first. Check every like bush and everything, every crevice. Make sure there's nothing to find along all the outskirts, and then you can go inside. It just seems like if you're gonna go this thorough, feels like that just helps with it, because it just kind of keeps the area separated and makes it where you know what you've looked at already. Where did you come from? You weren't with the other boys, were you? Another guy though, just I hear him shooting things at me. Yeah, he is most certainly shooting things. So I'm going to go give him a piece of my mind in just a second here. And these are, I feel like these ruins, they're not huge, but they do feel like a decent size. So I'm wondering if there's got to be an area to go down in here. Like one of those lower things where you open up one of those heavy doors. But I feel like the last ruins we went to, which I don't remember which ruins it was, didn't have that. Man, he's still shooting at me from somewhere. He still knows about me. So I'm going to give him 2 pieces of my mind when I eventually find him. It's not just going to be 1, it's going to be 2. I'm stuck, though. Okay, so this is taking us almost... Yeah, this is pretty much out front. And then I checked... So these bushes right along here I checked. So let's sort of wrap around this front portion, because I didn't go along these bushes in the front. And I just want to see if there's anything useful. Oh yeah, because we stayed on this side of the path. So now we can kind of get on this side of the path and check some of the bushes here. So yeah, this, like I said, I had to have been here at one point. That little waypoint there had to have been where I found the map. But I just don't know why I don't remember being here at all in this playthrough and grabbing the map over here. And because I just grabbed the grace here, on the North Shore. I have no idea when we were here. Because I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty positive that it was one of the waypoint, well, no, not the waypoint ruins. It was one of the transport gates down in the water that took me up here to grab the map. I seem to remember, but why didn't I grab the Grace? So maybe there's a couple episodes that I wanted to watch back at some point. So maybe when I watch those back because sometimes I watch the episodes back just to kind of like see if I miss things and stuff like that. So maybe I'll remember then when I see that, because at the moment I don't remember whatsoever. Okay, so this takes us pretty much back up. Oh, there's a little, this probably used to be a room right here. I bet there was a whole family maybe that lived right here in this room. Maybe not though. Maybe it was just, maybe a cult lived inside there. What about that? That'd be crazy. Okay, so all this stuff out front, I think we can probably call good. I feel like I've checked everything here pretty thoroughly. So I guess let's begin to head into the ruins. Can we? Should we? Let's do it. Oh, here, this is probably, oh my goodness. 2 of them here. I was a little fearful for my life there for a second. Torrent, how you doing, buddy? Let's heal you up, just in case. Oh, looks like he was full. Okay, stop it with the teleporting. You don't need to do all that anymore. Where's this other guy, though? Oh, there he is. Don't you teleport before he teleported. Told you not to. There you go. There you go. Those guys can get, even though, I mean, they're one-hit kills, they can certainly get a little bit annoying. Like if they're at a distance or something and just flinging glintstone at you little by little, like it can get super obnoxious. Oh, there's one of those guys there that we can talk to. Let's go do that. See what he's got to say. And these are relatively large ruins. Seems like there's a lot of rooms here. What are you saying? Ah, Iji, forgive me. These royal grounds were placed in our trust, but we stood no chance. That's what his name is, isn't it? Isn't that the blacksmith's name? Iji? Something like that? I think that's actually who that guy is, that huge blacksmith that was sitting out there. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. I would not want to get into a scrap with him. So we're not going to. He's a good guy. Iji and I go way back, and he's sweet. Okay, so then all this stuff in between these buildings, I don't think there's anything. It was just some shrooms, a little bit of LSD in between the buildings here, so I picked that up. I think all of this is probably good. So what about in this room, within this building? Because I definitely in these ruins don't want to miss anything. That's for sure. Because of the fact that sometimes there's some real good loot in these ruins. Oh, there's also some wolves here. You know this is what I still don't understand. So you know how you get the spirit summon ashes that like very early on in the game. I think you might get them. Crap, what am I? Dang it. I didn't mean to two-hand or switch my hand. So I think it might even be in like that first church, the church of crap, I always forget what it's called because you've got Kele, and I can't remember if he's the. Oh no, okay, so Kele is the NPC there, and then it isn't. I think it's the Church of LA. So in that church, I think that's where you get like those first spirit summon ashes, and it's just the lone wolf ashes. And what I don't understand is why. I think all those ones, like the ones that we just fought, I think they're all called lone wolves, but they're never alone. They're always with a pack, so I don't really understand that. And I think even the spirit summon ashes, they're called lone wolves, but when you summon them, it's 2 of them. So I know that that's a stupid detail and doesn't matter, but I think that's just one of those things that I've always thought about. Like I don't understand the name. Maybe it's because even though they're all together, they're super independent or something, and they could all fend for themselves. I don't know. I have no idea. But where's this guy? That was just. Oh, there's 2 of them again. Now these guys, these are not lone. They are a duo because they seem to continuously be spawning together. What is this? Glintstone Firefly times 4. Look at you, old man. Barely able to even walk. Yet he can teleport around like a sorcerer. Okay, so this stuff is good. What about so this was where these guys were. So I think everything here is fine. And then this sort of just leads into another room instantly. And this is... Okay, so this gets all the way to... Yeah, this is the back where I've already been to. Whoa, what was that? Oh, yeah! Holy crap, I forgot about those. Oh my goodness, there's a bunch of them around here. Those, like, they're like traps that they've set. Forgot all about those. Those are really cool. Those, I like those a lot. Even though I think they can do some pretty good damage if you're not careful. And I kind of want to just make sure to trigger any of the ones that are here. Even though I think they can do a decent amount of damage if they actually make contact. For whatever reason, I just think that that's a really cool trap. I think those are neat. Okay, so there's still a couple rooms here, though, that I'm positive I haven't checked. And there's still some materials here. So I will quickly grab those. But then was this middle portion that I was already in? Yeah, so this was this sort of, it's almost like a courtyard here in between all this stuff. That's the room where the guy was that I was talking to. I gotta naturally grab this glowing skull. Because I can't leave things behind. Alright, and then what about... Oh, so this... Okay, right there was where the trap was. Trying to make sure we haven't missed any of these rooms. Because there's gotta be a spot where we can go down, right? Like, there's gotta be an underground spot for items, or else... This place feels a little pointless. I feel like there's barely anything in here then. Because we've got this one. Because isn't this is the one that the guy's in. So what if I feel like I haven't missed anything. Because this leads back out to the entrance. And then this is the middle area. We checked each of these rooms here. This leads to where the trap was. Yeah, so I feel like maybe this one? Because I haven't checked this one yet, right? Or no, this is the one I checked, but then this thing that's, like, connected to it, I haven't gone up on this. But yeah, it looks like this probably isn't going to have... Oh, wait a second. Okay, there's an item here. Rimmed Crystal Bud, times 8. Oh, aren't those the ones... I feel like those are the ones that you find up on the mountaintop of the giants, aren't they? Unless I'm mistaken? I don't know. Okay, but we did pick that up, so that was perhaps the last thing I was missing, because back here is where the wolves were, so we've already been back here and killed them. And then inside of this little church thing I've been to, inside there everything's been grabbed. Here, everything's been grabbed. So I'm thinking that we're pretty much good. And this, again, is like exterior stuff outside of the actual ruins that I already did, because it leads out to EG. I guess I'm just assuming now that that's what his name is. I'm pretty positive it is. Oh yeah, so I guess these ruins are done. So let's go talk to our friend out here real fast. See what he's got to say.
Well, look at you. We don't receive many visitors. I presume you are tarnished? What brings you here? Oh, pardon me. It's hardly my place to ask, is it? I am E.G., a blacksmith who once served the Carian royals. An old codger who refuses to retire his rusty hammer. So here I am, still quietly plying my trade on this spot. Perhaps you'd like a display? These bones are old, but still able.
Ooh. So he's got infinite somber smithing stone 1s, infinite somber smithing stone 2s, and then he's got 3 of the 3s and 3 of the 4s. Interesting. I don't really need any of them right now. But he basically is like... I always feel bad that you go to the smithing thing and then he pulls out his smithing hammer, even if you don't actually need anything smithed. So I don't really need anything here, and I mean, all of his prices I think are pretty much the same as in the Round Table Hold.
Oh, watch out there. When I'm absorbed in my smithing, I lose sight of all else. If you come too close, I'm apt to cause you harm. I am, after all, terribly large compared to you, Tarnished. You don't know how hard it is not to break anything while I work. Brave Tarnished. A word of warning, if you please. This territory once belonged to the Carian royal family. Their manor lies not far beyond this point. When the Raya Lucari Academy turned on the Carians, the Knights of the Cuckoo descended on this tract. After leveling it, they carried on to the manor. The Carians were taken off guard, but their strength had not waned, and they repelled the Knights' onslaught by conjuring an enchanted snare that remains potent to this day. That is why I say, Tarnished, don't go near the manor unless you wish to lie with the corpses of the heedless Knights of the Cuckoo.
He does know Blythe. Okay, so we got a couple things. Let's start here.
Blythe actually did that, did he? Quite a rare occurrence for such a guarded soul as he. Perhaps he sensed something unusual about you. At any rate, if you're friendly with Blythe, I've something else that might suit you.
Something. Oh, so now he's got lowers FP consumed by skills. A talisman adorned with the royal crest. Lowers FP consumed. An honor said to have once been awarded to Carian knights who served as direct retainers to the kingdom's princesses. Now there's only one princess, Rani, daughter of Renala. Carian filigreed crest. I feel like I don't need that, but should I buy it though? Because part of the 100% is that I want like all talismans and stuff, so I'm just gonna buy it, even if I don't use it. And then cool. So I got that. Yeah. See, he's gonna switch over just because I clicked on that.
I've explained the peril of the enchanted snare that remains at the Royal Carian Manor. Whatever you do, brave Tarnished, stay away from that death trap. I've explained of the enchanted. Whatever you do.
All right. Cool. So we got all of his dialogue done. So what are we looking at in terms of? So now we've got this section down here, this lower section, and then all this stuff right along here. We can't get up to this yet. This is stuff that I think we access after we make it through here. But we still got this lower section along here, which is kind of a large section, and then we've got this stuff that we can check before we actually get up to the manor. So let's do this. I guess let's go back to the northern Liurnia Lakeshore, and let's do that lower section, because then tomorrow we can essentially just hop into the manor. I kind of want to just get all this stuff out of the way now. Wait, so then isn't this, yeah, so back, so I think I explored, yeah, so this is what I was saying before. So I explored all of this, and then right here where this like rock formation is, this is all the stuff. This is where I want to begin this lower section. So we'll try to fly through this real fast. Even though it looks like a relatively large area down here, I feel like I can probably fly through it real quick, because this has been a pretty long episode. But one of the things I've been thinking is that we're sort of at a spot where, because we've been going so thorough, clearly, throughout this playthrough, like obsessively so, I kind of feel like I'm in a spot where it's like, all right, I feel like sometimes I need to make the episodes even a little longer than I have been, just so that we can continue to be thorough, but also maybe accomplish a bit more per episode, and just get things done, so that we can move on to the DLC, because I really, really want to play the DLC. Crap! What a jerk. Alright, I'm going to just move in here real fast. Try to stay behind him a bit. I don't know where he came from. He must have been up on the shore and I just wasn't paying attention. And I'm locking onto the firefly. Ooh, I stunned him, but I'm just going to keep swinging, I guess. Crap, he vomited. Oh, it's so gross. I think Torrent took a good amount of damage from that, though. This Firefly, you've got to be for joking me. Crap, and he healed. I totally should have just gone down off of Torrent and... Frick! And hit him when I stunned him. Dang it. I also... Okay, let me get off of here now. Boom! Suck it! Okay. Couple more hits. One more hit, even. So what is this? What is this island out here? Oh, those are just... Okay, I think those are just ruins. For some reason, I was thinking that maybe that was a whole other island or something that I was not aware of. But yeah, like I said, so this is the island where we'll fight... From what I remember, we'll fight the dragon that has the glintstone key. So we'll do that relatively soon, but like I've mentioned, I wanted to kind of go through and do all land stuff. Since we don't have that much land left to do, I figured it made sense to essentially wrap up the land and then head back down into the water, because a good chunk of the water is done. But if we do all the land first, then we know all this is good, and then we can head into the water and just finish that off. And just know it's done. Well, there's a land squirt over there. Yeah, see, this is... Holy crap. I don't know why this section here just seems super huge. Like, for the fact that I don't even remember what's here, this is a big section of land down here. Most of this, like, river or lake shore stuff that we've gone through all throughout Liurnia has been relatively thin strips of land. But this goes far back here. And it's right below... So it's right below the Carrion Manor. Oh, look, a glowing skull hanging out in the bushes. So it's right below Carrion Manor, so we'll kind of get the below view of it right now. And there's a field of wolves here, it looks like. Back here is another spot where I was wondering if there's a cave. Because this whole area back here feels like it... there's got to be something back here, I would think. Oh, and there's also Albinaurix, I guess, patrolling over here, which is interesting. So yeah, I wonder if, like, way back there, if there's a cave. But let's just run along the shore here real fast to see how far back this goes. And see where the ending is. Looks like it's right over there. So I wonder if there's any sort of grace down here, or if we sort of just hit a dead end and that's it. There's definitely some shrooms. But yeah, this looks like... Yeah, so that's the dead end. And then we've got this path that leads through that we'll go through later. Like this water path. And that leads... Okay, so this is what leads to the access point into the capital. Because you've got the Grand Lift, and then we can use this to get into the capital if I don't have the other half of the medallion yet. So I guess it'll depend on, like, where we're at with things by the time I get there. So we'll see. Because I might end up going... We'll probably end up going over to Caelid maybe before even going up to that portion. So because of that, I might have the other half of the medallion by that point. Regardless, we're going to go both ways. We're 100%ing here. As I've stated many times, I don't know if you've heard. I don't know if you've heard, but that's what we're doing. So it'll depend on if I go to Caelid or not, which I'm thinking we probably will go Caelid first. And then what we'll be able to do is when we decide to go up to the capital, I'll essentially be able to, by that point, hopefully have the other half of the medallion, so I'll be able to use the Grand Lift and be able to go up that side path that allows you to skip over the Grand Lift. So we'll kind of just be able to do both of those all in 1 or 2 episodes type of thing. We'll see. Because I think in my first playthrough, I can't remember, I feel like I didn't have the other half of the medallion by the time I went up there. So I think I took the path that led around it, like the side path where you can skip the lift, I think. But I don't know, it's been a while since I did that, so I don't remember exactly what my approach was. Okay, so all of this lower section here is done. Whoa, is this a bunch of There's multiple white wolves here. We got some alphas, some big boys going on. Can you not, though? Can you not? Crap, I'm swinging and not hitting anything because I'm too far. And I'm going to go ahead and heal. That way I don't die to something stupid. These guys are on a sliver of health. Sneeze on them and they die. Gotcha. Very nice. Oh, that little sound they make, though, when you kill them is so sad. That little... Yeah, it's so sad. Even though they're wild wolves, it still makes me sad. Okay, so is there a path? Yeah, there is a path that leads up the middle here. So this must be an upper section. Because this looks lower. So I guess let's inquire into what all is up here real fast. See what we got. Let's go to this upper section first, and then we'll go to the lower section. Because this path, does the path lead? The path leads kind of halfway through whatever this upper portion is. So we'll go sort of along here first, along this side of the path, I guess, and see what we got. There's got to be something back here, right? Something good. Oh, and this is, wait, this leads behind. Oh, so this is, yeah, this is the lower section. So let's stick up here first before we go to the lower section. Just keep everything separate, you know? Make sure that nothing's missed, as usual. If we keep everything separated like that, it's much, much easier to not miss things. Got an arteria leaf back here. It's interesting how that... See, I've tended to notice most of the time that in a back area where you walk a ways and sort of isolated, usually it's like Trina's lilies or Miquella's lilies in those back sections. But sometimes it's an arteria leaf, and it just seems like a lot of times if it's like a section where you're kind of walking through and you're going, okay, it feels like there's nothing here, and then you get to the back section of it, and it's like, okay, this feels empty. It's usually a Trina's lily, a Miquella's lily, or an arteria leaf. It's just like, here's your reward for walking aimlessly through this open section that essentially has nothing. Here's a valuable crafting item for you. Okay, so is there anything... So that's where all the wolves were. This middle section here, doesn't look like there's anything in this middle portion. Because then we get to the edge here, and then this also drops down to the lower stuff. And actually, that spot where we drop down at the back, that probably connects to the lower stuff over here, I would imagine. Oh, what the heck is that? That's right, since we're below the Carrion Manor, the hand things start showing up. I thought that those were only up in the manor. I didn't realize that they showed up down here, too. That's very interesting. Those things, those hands, are very unsettling. Like, to a large degree. Especially the big ones. In the little ones, I feel like the little ones are really, really easy to deal with. But the big ones, I feel like sometimes are pretty difficult to deal with. I think maybe just because of the sheer size of them, like it's hard to gauge what they're gonna do, or well, not really to gauge what they're gonna do. It's hard sometimes to get out of the way of their attacks with the huge hands. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you will shortly as we get over towards these guys. All right, so this upper portion, I think we can say is done. I kind of ran in circles there for a while, and I did not see anything. Absolutely nothing. Zilch, zip, nada, zero. So then is this is where the path is. So now let's run up the other side of the path, check everything out. There's a bunch of glowing skulls around here. Hello there, dragonfly. Can you come down here? Because I need dragonfly heads, actually. Crap, this is why I don't get that many dragonfly heads, though, is because they do this. They're so difficult to just sit still for 2 seconds. There you go. Yeah, I still feel like I need dragonfly heads. I still feel like I've been kind of low for a while. Wait, so I think back here, though, this stuff right up to here, I think I already checked. Oh, no, I didn't, because look, there's an item right there. Maybe it was just to here that I had checked. That was probably the case. Yeah, that was probably the case. I'm sorry. We gotta be thorough. If I'm not, then I'm going to be really sad about it. Because you can't make it this far into a thorough playthrough and then stop being thorough. But then, yeah, so since we're getting closer and closer to Carrion, to the Carrion Manor, this lower section we're about to go to, I don't know if there's a lower access point down here, or if there's a cave, or if there's literally nothing. I mean, we'll see in just a second here, but I have no idea what's down here. I didn't think this lower portion necessarily had any sort of bearing on the manor until we were just sitting over there and I saw the hand and then realized, okay, so somehow this relates to it, but it literally could just be because we're right beneath it. Maybe it doesn't necessarily relate to it in terms of what's here, other than just some of the hands have crept down the cliff. I don't know. I guess we will see shortly, though. There's a pretty cool inside the Carrion Manor, though. Like the final boss of the manor. There's a really cool boss room. I don't necessarily know that I would say... I don't remember the boss super well, to be honest. I think the boss is pretty simple, maybe even somewhat lackluster. But I do seem to remember that the boss room is really, really cool. It's definitely one of the more interestingly designed boss rooms in the game. It's nothing like super special, but I just think it looks cool. I think it's really pretty, and it's kind of a different take on a boss room than a lot of the other bosses have. So that'll be fun to fight that boss, even though, again, I don't remember a lot about the boss. I think he's just some sort of knight or something like that. So it's not really like the boss himself is much to write home about. And even if he was something to write home about, I probably wouldn't write home. I don't typically write home. I just send my mom a text. And my dad. But my dad doesn't like to text that much, so usually it's my mom that I'm texting. I don't like to text either, though, so I don't blame him. Okay, these are the hands I'm talking about, and those little ones, pretty much not a problem. That jump attack that it did can be a little bit annoying, and can become a little bit of an issue. But overall, I feel like the little ones are pretty easy to deal with. Now, the big ones, though, I don't know if there's going to be any big ones down here, or if we're not going to see those until we actually get up to the manor. I guess we'll see, but the big ones can be a super huge problem. I feel like maybe that's overselling them a little bit. Maybe not a super huge problem, but they can be a problem. Let's just say that. They can definitely be more annoying than you would expect them to be for just being a large hand. Which I guess, if you really think about it, maybe a large hand should be problematic. But the small ones, I seriously feel like the small ones are just nothing. It's like, alright, whatever. Because you saw that it's a one-hit kill. So who really cares? By the way, I'm feeling very, very warm right now in this room. Okay, this is good. Yeah, so... Oops, I did not mean to heal, but I guess it doesn't hurt to. But yeah, since I moved my studio upstairs, what was it now? Probably like 3-4 weeks ago. There's times when I managed to keep this room super cool, but it's just this house, holy crap, like upstairs, it gets so hot. So when I'm sitting here recording for a long period of time, I just get really, really warm at times. Okay, so this is just a little outcropping, it looks like. And are we actually, like, are we heading to anything? I still feel like we're not heading to something. Like, I feel like I'm gonna end up finding absolutely nothing, but I'm really hoping that there's at least gonna be, like, a cave, or maybe, like, like a super nice item, possibly. Like, that'd be sweet. I've been zigzagging back and forth over and over just because I'm trying to make sure that I pick up everything. There's this upper section here, so if there's anything special, it could be there. And I think it looks like this back corner, though, is probably... I'm guessing this is the spot that yeah, because there's a mushroom here. So this is the spot that I sort of dropped down to, because this then leads back to this upper area. Oh, look, and a glowing skull spawned here. Appreciate that. And then that's that lower section I was just running along a few minutes ago. That kind of just hits a dead end. Cool, so then let's see if there's actually anything here. Like I said, I'm beginning to feel like there's going to be nothing here whatsoever. Which is definitely, I mean, can definitely be the case at times in this game. And I've said before, I do like that because I feel like it just makes the world feel bigger. It makes the world feel bigger, it makes it feel more real. Because of the fact that you can find areas where it's like, okay, there's not necessarily anything super special here. But even though it makes it feel more real and more immersive, it is sometimes annoying when you walk through a huge area and you're just like, alright, I made it all the way back here, but what the heck is even here? Ooh, I do see an item up there, so that could be something promising, something special, perhaps. It's a purple item, too, so I guess we'll, perchance, perhaps, maybe, get something nice. And there was still gold-tinged excrement there that I apparently missed. Alright, but I think all of this, looks like all of this we can call good besides this upper section. Oh, is that a big hand? Oh no, it's just still a little one. Okay. Yeah, so it must be all the big hands. All the big hands must be, like, actually up at the manor. So just the little itty-bitty hands have crawled their way down here. Oh no, there is a big hand there, because he's in the ground. Wait, are there two? There you go, there you go. Let me see if I can kill him before he even stands. Gotcha! Very nice. Okay. Whew, those things are gross, too. Not a fan. Here, what you got? Okay, cool. So it is a crystal tier. Alright, so it's worth coming back here, then. So the intelligence not. So that must just increase your intelligence inside the mixed physics. So nothing that I'm super excited about, but it's still worth coming back here, because we got to pick all that stuff up. And then anything else, I think that's probably... Oh, there was some excrement there that I apparently missed. I think that's probably it. Looks like we're done. So then, if we look at the map, so that means that all of this is done, all of this stuff along the edge is done, this is done, we made it all the way up here. We talked to Smithing Master E.G. This lower portion here is done. So yeah, tomorrow, I think that means we can go ahead and head up to the manor. That'll be sweet. So this is another load screen that must have come from the DLC, because I don't know what it is yet. Oh, also, you know what, before we end, I should probably, let's go ahead and level. How much is this? That's 2,000. I think I need, like, what, 29,000 now, probably? Yeah, 29,186. How much is this? That's 1,600. That's still not going to be enough. I'm going to need more, I think. Yeah. Okay, so let's do, how much is this? 1,200, 400, so I probably just need that, right? That should be enough if my simple quick math is serving me right. Yeah, that's plenty. Plenty, plenty. So let's do strength again. Strength 19. So with my, I think with the Scar Seal on, what do I want to switch? I haven't been using the... You know what? I'm also not using the bow. So with the Scar Seal on, I have the attributes for this. If I didn't have the Scar Seal on, I wouldn't have the attributes. I need one more. So let's put this on. And let me try this real fast. Now that I have the attributes for it. So you can actually hit with it. So you can... And then you do that. But then what about... Wait, can you not two... Oh, okay, so you do that. Woo! Holy crap. Okay, I didn't mean to actually heal. But I guess you can't... Oh, I guess because it's connected to your hand, so you can't really two-hand this. So you got those attacks. Those are just R1. This is an R2. Crap, I keep clicking L1. And then this is L2. Okay, let's try this on something real fast. I'm curious. I've seen that it does a decent amount of damage. So let's see. So this... Yeah, so that's pretty good, considering that I don't have it upgraded at all right now. It's definitely like a very close range type of thing. So what about this, if I use this against him? Oh, well, since he disappears, he's probably not a great one to use it against. But that's a wide area of attack. Let me see, once he reappears, let me try it. Where is he? Yeah, That's awesome. I like that. That's actually really cool. So I guess I'll keep this on. It's an interesting weapon. And I haven't been using the Reduvia, so I guess that I'm just going to put this in its place, to be honest. Because, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to use at times, and I'd probably, if I decide that I like it, I'll actually level it up, because I haven't really been leveling anything other than my katana recently. So, I should pick something to level. Alright, so anyway, that's going to wrap us for today. Super long episode today, but we made it through a good bit. Tomorrow, we will head up through this landscape up towards Carrion Manor. And knock that out. So thanks so much for checking out this episode. If you enjoyed it, I would highly appreciate it if you would leave a like, maybe a comment, and also hit subscribe. So thank you for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow.